Good morning, student. Here we have started chapter number 3, a pair of linear equation in two variables, and it is part number 8. Now, in this chapter, we have studied many different methods to find the solution of linear equation. Now, here if there is given the equation in such a complicated form, then how can we convert it in a simple form that we can find the solution of given linear equation? Means here given uh, the variable in fraction form, then we have to convert it in a simple linear form, then we reduce, that is we reduce given some complicated equation in simple form, and then we find the solution of given linear equation. Now that the topic that we are going to discuss here, equations reducible to a pair of a linear equation in two variables, and after then we take some example from exercise number 3.6. So let me go for that. So here equation reducible to a pair of linear equation in two variables. Now let me learn how can we reduce a given complicated linear equation in a simple linear equation, that we know that. So let first we take some example here, and we discuss how can we convert it in a simple form, that we are going to learn here. Example 17, solve the pair of equation as given here. 2 by 2 upon x plus 3 upon y is equal to 13, and second equation is 5 upon x minus 4 upon y is equal to minus 2. Now here you can see that the given equation is not in a form of linear equation. Here you can see that the given two equations are not in a form of linear equation. So we have to first convert it in a linear equation, then we can find the solution of linear equation. So that we have to assume some values. We have to assume some values in place of given variable. So first let me reduce it in a linear equation, that here given that solution. So you can see that we can write 2 upon x as a 2 into bracket 1 upon x. Is it right? Yes. So we can write 2 upon x as 2 into 1 upon x, and 3 upon y, that we can write 3 into in bracket 1 upon y, which is equal to 13. So by this way we can write 1 upon x and 1 upon y, we subtract from both the term, as well as you can see here 5 upon x, then we can write 5 into 1 upon x, and about 4 upon y, that we can write 4 into 1 upon y, as you can see here. So now in both the equation you can see that 1 upon x and here 1 upon x, here 1 upon y, and here 1 upon y. So let me assume, now you can see that these two terms are equal in both the equation. Now we are going to assume some value equal to this given term. So let we assume the equation are not in the form ax plus by plus c does equal to 0. However, if we substitute 1 upon x, now we are going to substitute some value in place of given variable. Let here given that 1 upon x, we have to convert the given linear equation, the given equation in linear equation, that ax plus by plus c form, that we have to assume 1 upon x is equal to p and 1 upon y is equal to q in equation 1 and 2 respectively. So let we put 1 upon x as a p and 1 upon y as a q. So we get the equation from equation number 1 and 2, we get 2p plus 3q is equal to 13, and also equation number 2, 5p minus 4q is equal to minus 2, that is equation number 3 and 4. Now you can see that the given two equations are in the form of ax plus by plus c, as you can see here. So here the equation are in linear form, Now, as we know that by using any one of the method, substitution method, elimination method or cross multiplication method, we can solve the given equation and we find the value of p and q, and after then finding the value p of q, we put here the value of p and q, and after then we can find the value of x and y. So let first we solve one of the solve by it one of the method. So we have expressed the equation as a pair of linear equation, as you can see that equation number 3 and 4. Now you can use any method to solve this equation and get p is equal to 2 and q is equal to 3 by yourself. If you take elimination method, substitution method or cross multiplication method, that you can solve it and we can find the value of p and q. So we get at last, after solving one of the method, then we can find the value of p is equal to 2 and q is equal to 3. Now we have the p and q, it is assumed value. P and q is are assumed value, so we have to substitute in whatever we have assumed here. So let you know that p is equal to 1 over x and q is equal to 1 over y. That substituting value of p and q, we get 1 over x is equal to 2, that is x is equal to 1 by 2, and 1 over y is equal to 3, that is equal to that is y is equal to 1 over 3. Hence we can find such value by finding or by assuming some values in place of variable. By this way it shows that the given method is known as a reducible method. Now let verification. We know that we find the value of x and y, so we have to put it in a given equation, and if the equality RHS and LHS will be equal, then it shows that the value of x and y are correct. So if you put or if you substitute in the equation x is equal to 1 over 2 and y is equal to 1 over 3 in given equation, we find that both the equation are satisfied. You can also verify this by yourself by putting this value in given equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now let one more example, example number 18. Solve the following pair of equation by reducing them to a pair of linear equation. Now here one more complicated example given here. 5 over x minus 1 plus 1 over y minus 2, which is equal to 2, and 6 over x minus 1 minus 3 upon y minus 2 is equal to 1. So first we have to reduce the given two equation in a linear form. So first let's solution. Let us put, now you can see that the denominator is given x minus 1 and y minus 2 in both the equation. So let we first assume 1 over x minus 1. We take all this term x over x minus 1 over x minus 1, we assume it as p, 1 over y minus 2 as q. Now putting these two value in the equation, as you can find 5 into 1 over x minus 1 and 1 over y plus y minus 2 which is equal to 2, and 6 into 1 over x minus 1 minus 3 into 1 over y minus 2 is equal to 1. Now here you can see that 1 over, we are going to put 1 over x minus 1 as p and 1 over y minus 2 as q. Here you can see that in both the equation we put the value of p and q in both equations. Then we get such equation as here 5p plus q is equal to 2, that is equation number 3. 6p minus 3q is equal to 1, that is equation number 4. Now solving equation number 3 and 4, we will find the value of p and q. and after then we put this value in the equation that we have assumed here, and after then we find the value of x and y. So let equation 3 and 4 form a pair of linear equation in general form. Now you can use any method to solve this equation. We get p is equal to 1 over 3 and q is equal to 1 over 3. So after taking one of the method, then we can find the value of p and q, 1 over 3 and 1 over q. You can use substitution method, elimination method, or any other method to find the value of p and q. Now we put this value in assume value 1 over x minus 1 and 1 over y minus 2. Now substituting 1 over x minus 1 for p, we have 1 over x minus 1 is equal to 1 over 3. Now taking inverse, then we get x minus 1 is equal to 3, that is x is equal to 4. As well as similarly we can find substituting 1 over y minus 2 for q, we get 1 over y minus 2 is equal to 1 over 3, and hence we can find 3 is equal to y minus 2, that is y is equal to 5. So we have the value of x and y, that is the solution of x and y of this linear equation is given by x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5, is the required solution of the given pair of linear equations. Now let we take some different example. We take one problem and can also solve it by this pair of linear equations. So we first have to assume some things. Now substitution verification, as you know that if you put the value of x and y in the equation, then both equations are same, then we can find the value of x and y satisfies the equation. Now example number 19. A boat goes 30 kilometer upstream and 44 kilometer downstream in 10 hours, and also one given that in 13 hours it can go 40 kilometers upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of this stream and that of the boat in still water. So here you can see that given that here in this problem that given that one boat goes on in a stream upstream and downstream. So we know that as given in figure, we know that first we have to assume we want to find the speed of or we want to determine the speed of a stream and also the speed of boat in still water. So we have to first assume that the speed of boat in still water and also the speed of stream. So first here given that in water, when boat goes with the flow or in upstream, means water is flowing in this direction and boat also going in this direction. Now let assume that the speed of boat is x. The speed of boat is x and the speed of stream is y. The speed of boat in still water is x. When water is still, means there is no it is not flowing, then speed of boat is x, and when and the speed of the water stream is y. Now when the boat run or goes with the flow, then you can see that the speed of boat and speed of the boat will goes more than its speed, because it has also its speed x and also the speed of stream that we have to add. So when कि जो जब बोट है वो फ्लो के साथ चलती है तो एक तो फ्लो की स्पीड मीन्स दैट इज y, और एक तो बोट की स्पीड होगी, तो दोनों का एडिशन होके उसकी टोटल स्पीड हो जाएगी कितनी, x प्लस वाई, व्हेन इट गोज इज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ अपस्ट्रीम, व्हेन इट गोज इज इन अपस्ट्रीम, देन स्पीड ऑफ बोट प्लस स्पीड ऑफ स्ट्रीम, तो उसकी स्पीड दुगनी हो जाएगी, एक तो बोट की स्पीड प्लस एक तो स्ट्रीम की स्पीड, सो x प्लस वाई उसकी टोटल स्पीड हो जाएगी। अब बात करते हैं कि डाउन स्ट्रीम में क्या होगा कि द फ्लो ऑफ स्ट्रीम इन दिस डायरेक्शन एंड बोट इज इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन ऑफ फ्लो, so it is the speed of boat in still water and it is speed of stream. So let we have to know that कि जब बोट है वो स्ट्रीम के अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में होगी तो क्या होगा कि स्ट्रीम का जो फ्लो है उसकी स्पीड के हिसाब से उसकी स्पीड कम हो जाएगी, मीन्स जो बोट की स्पीड होगी उसमें से हमें जो स्ट्रीम की स्पीड है वो रिड्यूस करनी पड़ेगी, तो उस हिसाब से उसकी स्पीड कितनी होगी, जब बोट है वो फ्लो के अपोजिट साइड में होगी तो x माइनस वाई हो जाएगा। सो लेट वी हैव स्पीड व्हेन बोट गोज इज इन अपस्ट्रीम दैट इज x प्लस वाई, एंड व्हेन बोट गोज इज इन opposite direction that is x minus y, that we have two speed x plus y and x minus y. Now let solve this example. So let speed of the boat in still water be x km per hour and speed of the stream be y km per hour. Then the speed of the boat downstream that is x plus y किलोमीटर पर आवर, जब वो फ्लो के साथ चलेगा, जब वो बोट है वो फ्लो के साथ चलेगी तब उसकी स्पीड और फ्लो की स्पीड दोनों ऐड हो जाएगी, तो क्या हो जाएगा x प्लस वाई किलोमीटर पर आवर। और जब अपस्ट्रीम में होगी, जब फ्लो है वो बोट की डायरेक्शन और फ्लो की डायरेक्शन अपोजिट होगी तो उसकी जो स्पीड है वो क्या हो जाएगी x माइनस वाई, एज वेल एज एंड द स्पीड ऑफ द बोट स्ट्रीम x माइनस वाई किलोमीटर पर आवर। तो दो हमें यहाँ पे जो स्पीड है एक अप स्ट्रीम में दैट इज x माइनस वाई किलोमीटर पर आवर और एक है डाउन स्ट्रीम में दैट इज x प्लस वाई किलोमीटर पर आवर। नाउ लेट वी हैव दिस फॉर्मूला फॉर द स्पीड, वी नो दैट द फॉर्मूला ऑफ स्पीड is given by the distance divided by time. Now here we know that we here given the time 10 hours and 13 hours, so we have to just convert it the formula in the form of time. So we move time here and let speed here, then we can find this formula. Time is equal to distance by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. So first we find that is given first problem that we convert it in a algebraic representation. So let in the first case when the boat goes is 30 km upstream, let the time taken in hour be t1. We assume that time is t1 time. So we then t1 is equal to 30 by x minus 1. It is for upstream, as it goes is said that in boat goes is 30 km per upstream, as well as let t2 be the time in hours taken by the boat to go 44 km downstream. Then t2 is equal to 44 upon x plus y. The total time taken, that is know that in upstream and downstream the total time is 10 hours. So T1 plus T2 is 10, that we have to take T1 plus T2 is equal to 10. Then we putting the value 30 upon x minus y plus 44 upon x plus y is equal to 10. So it is equation number 1 from the case 1. Now about case 2 as well as in the second case, in 30 hours it goes is 40 kilometer upstream. For upstream we have taken here T1 time and 55 kilometer. Downstream we have taken time T2. We get equation T1 plus T2 is equal to 30 hours. So we have to take 40 upon x minus y plus 55 upon x plus y, which is equal to 13. It is equation number 2. Now here we have the pair of equation 1 and 2. Now we assume 1 over x minus y. By reducing method, 1 over x minus y is equal to u and 1 over x plus y is equal to v. We take this value and let me put it in equation 1 and equation 2. Then we get, on substituting these values in equation 1 and 2, we get the pair of linear equation 30u plus 44v is equal to 10, 40u plus 55v is equal to 13, and hence we can also write in standard form 30u plus 44u v minus 10 is equal to 30, 40u plus 55v minus 30 is equal to 0. Now we find the value of u and v, then we can find, we put it in a given equation, then we can find the speed of boat in still water and also this speed of stream. Using cross multiplication method, we get u over 44. By using cross multiplication, we can find value of u and v, as you can see here, 1 over 5 and 1 over 11. Now substituting this value in assumed value, then we can find, and now put this value of u and v in equation 3. We get 1 over x minus y is equal to 1 over 5 and 1 over x plus y is equal to 1 over 11. Then we get, find two equation, x minus y is equal to 5 and x plus y is equal to 11. Now we have to solve it. So adding this equation, we get 2x is equal to 16 and x is equal to 8. Subtracting the equation in equation 6, we get 2y is equal to 6, y is equal to 3. Then we have speed of boat in still water and the speed of steam as 8 km per hour and 3 km per hour respectively. Hence the speed of the boat in still water is 8 km per hour and the speed of the stream is 3 km per hour. Verify that the solution satisfies the condition of the problem. Now we solve exercise number 3.6. Solving the following pair of equation by reducing them a pair of linear equation. As we do, we have here equation 2 over square root x, 3 over square root y is equal to 2, and as well as 4 upon square root x minus 9 upon square root y is equal to minus 1. Then we assume the value 1 over x, 1 over root x is equal to p and 1 over root y is equal to q. Then we put in the equation, then we get equation number 1 and 2, 2p plus 3q is equal to 2 and 4p minus 9q is equal to minus 1. Hence we solve this equation by any of method, then we can find the value of given equation. Multiplying equation 1 by 3, we obtain 6p plus 9q is equal to 6, equation number 3. Adding equation number 2 and 3, we obtain 10p is equal to 5, and hence we get value of p is equal to 1 over 2. And also we can find the value of q by putting in equation number 1, we obtain q is equal to 1 over 3. Now putting this value in the equation, p is equal to 1 over square root x is equal to 1 over p, then we can find root x is equal to 2. Then taking square on both sides, we can find x and square of 2 is 4, as well as we can find the value of y. Hence the value of x and y are given as 4 and 9. You can verify by putting this value in the given equation and also can verify both the equation. Now 4 over x plus 3y is equal to 14 and 3 over x minus 4y is equal to 13. Here you can see that we just assume 1 over x as any value, but we not use we assume y because y is given in the linear form. So let solution, substituting 1 over x is equal to p in the given equation, we obtain 4p plus 3y is equal to 14 and 3p minus 4y is equal to 23. That is, we can write it in a standard form as given here. Now solving this equation by cross multiplication, we can find such as the value of p and q, and hence we can find the value of p, and then we can put it in a assumed value. Then we can find the value of x and value of y, and hence we can find the solution of given two linear equation. By putting this value in the given equation, you can find, or you can we can see that the value of x and y satisfies the value of linear equation. Now by this way you can solve some example from exercise number 3.6. There is given example number 1, and in the example number 1 and 4, solve it by yourself, and if there are any doubt then you can discuss it with me.